Okay, what did you notice about the different ways that people use translations and reflections? Give me some excuse me, some examples. Ella?
Someone like made a paper house, and they were saying like if you split it down the middle, it's like exactly even.
Okay. Now, did it matter which way they split it down the middle?
Yeah, they had this like it was just the one.
Why didn't it work on the other way? Claire?
Because we had stairs on one side and the other, and then the other one had closets on the other side. So if you fold it, it would be exactly spread.
So what would you have had to do if you wanted the one side of the house to be an exact reflection on the other side, splitting it the other way? What would you have had to do?
We would have had to take the stairs from this corner and that corner and move them next to each other.
Okay. And why would that have worked?
Because then they would, when you folded it in half, they would have matched up.
Who else can tell me a way that people used translations or reflections that you noticed? Jack M., how do people use translations or reflections?
Well, with Layla, she did the spinning turtle.
Okay. And what did she use then for the spinning turtle?
Translation.
How was it a translation?
Because it went up and then stopped for a little while. Then
Okay. So it slid its way around the page. Okay. And Aiden, what did you notice?
I noticed that they made buttons
Okay.
and jumps.
Now, are the jumps translations? Why not? Why aren't jumps translations? Rudy?
Because they don't stay in that position.
Right, so it's not actually moving itself to that new one to stay. But what could have been a translation with like a Flappy Bird game? And in fact, your group actually made one in Minecraft and used translations. Okay, sorry, that group. What could have been a translation with that one? Not necessarily the jump, but what else?
Could have been the pipes.
What did you slide? And you slid the pipes, and what did you do as you slid the pipe? So you had one pipe, then you slid it over, and what did you do? Right, so you started to actually translate them and keep those other pipes in a kind of static spot in the new one. Okay, so with all of this in mind, why would I ever even consider using translations or reflections in real life? Who can think of some ways, even some of your own examples, on how you might actually use this skill? Ella?
Redecorating a room.
And why redecorating a room?
Like if you had like a couch or a bed, you would have to slide it or I guess move it.
Yeah?
You'd have to figure out where you would put everything.
Right. And even see if it could fit there, right? Like sometimes if you slide it into a corner, it doesn't fit. The corner's not big enough. Mariah?
If you're a construction worker and you're trying to build like a reflection house,
Okay.
you're gonna need to know like about the like you're gonna need to know if you're trying to build a reflection house, you're gonna need to know you're gonna need to have the exact same like, sides so you're gonna
So that like the flipped house kind of idea. And didn't you say, you were telling us a story earlier today. What did you say?
I was driving and I saw the ones with the flipped houses.
So they actually do exist, I guess. Yes.
I have a question. If you drive a car, like parking,
Yeah?
you're actually translating because you go like this and this, and you go back and you stop because you don't know how to park. And you go forward, then you stop because you have to do the reverse thing,
Yes.
and then you go that until you.
So in my parking example, I was translating. What made mine a translation though and not just like random turns? What did I actually do in between? Yeah? And then, but you also told me something else that I did. I didn't just move, say, up into the spot and then reverse right away. What did I do kind of in between to keep track of all of my moves? Yes? Right. which made it kind of like a translation. So the skill actually is one that we do tend to use. And tomorrow we're going to actually start looking at our kind of final skill when it comes to geometry that we also use as well. It took me a lot of time and some really smart people who helped me out this weekend to figure out why I would use this other skill.